Hey y'all, it's your girl. This is Yachty Girl, and I am coming to you with with a heavy heart today. Um, I'm at work, so you know it's a heavy heart if I couldn't even wait until I get home to make this video. Um, I got a phone call early this morning, and it was about um my one of my good friends called me today and told me that, her son was, sexually abused, assaulted by, a family member. And it really, really hurt my heart because I just had this conversation yesterday with another friend of mine. And we were talking about, how people molest children, how they take advantage of children, how they, take advantage of their trust. And it bothered me because I just talked to my son, which he's 13, and I just talked to him about making sure no one bothers him. I asked, my kids are teenagers, and I still ask. We as parents, whether you're married, whether you're single, we as parents need to be aware of any and everything that's going on with our children. I don't care what it is. I don't care what's going on. You need to be aware of what's going on with your children, what's around your child, male and female. People have this big stipulation thing about, it's always the girl, who may get molested, or I need to watch over my girl. No, 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 no. You better watch both sexes because they getting boys just as well as girls. Okay? I know it's hard as a parent it's already hard now to not to talk about sex with your kids. I know it is. It's hard. You thinking about sex and your child, and okay, yeah. I know it's hard, but guess what? Get over it. You need to talk to your child from when they at the age of 2, 3. Some may agree, some may not. But nowadays, you need to discuss with your child the proper way of someone touching them. Okay? I've done it with my kids. And my kids are 13 and 16 now, soon to be 14 and 17. I've done it with mine. And I started it when they were 2 and 3 years old. I had that conversation with them, where when you teaching them, the eyes and this your nose, this your mouth, and you teaching them the different parts of the body, certain names you give it at the time that's appropriate. But when they get up in age, you need to start letting them know, okay, this is this, this is the breast, or this is the penis, this is the. You need to give the proper names. You need to. You need to sit down with your child and say, hey, this is a hug. But if someone hugs you and you feel a certain way or you feel uncomfortable, then that's not a hug. Okay? Like, you really need to let them know what is an appropriate touch and what's not appropriate. You need to let your child know, I have a problem, y'all. I do. I don't care how young they are. And it's not the fact, people need to understand, It's not you having a sick mind. Get over that. It's not you having a sick mind. It's you protecting your child, your children. I can't stand for a little girl to be sitting in a man's lap, depending on the situation. I can't stand it. Like, they like to be like, if a man's sitting in a car, you be like, oh, come on and let's drive. Ain't got nothing to do with your mind frame. Because you don't even know that individual's mind frame. Let's just call it what it is. You don't know their mind frame. You don't know what they're thinking. People are sick in this world, y'all. When I say sick, they sick. People are sick. Okay? You need to have that talk with your children. My heart was hurting today. It's still hurting. My stomach was in knots because it was just so crazy how I just had this conversation yesterday with one good friend, and here another one of my friends called me and say this thing happened to her child. I mean, people, y'all need to wake up. People, y'all need to know. Educate yourself. You need to know, one of the things you need to know is how your child always act and respond to certain things. Know your child. Nobody should not tell you how your child is. Nobody. Because you should know your child. You should know your child good ways. You should know your child bad ways. You should know when your child, 1 minute your child is this talkative child, always got something to say, always got something to do, whatever. And then all of a sudden, this same particular child don't want to come out their room, or don't want to do this, or don't want to do that. Really? That's a sign. That's a sign, people. That's a sign. Please, teach your children. You got some kids, you got kids that are already quiet. They already not, they still in a shell, not wanting. But when you see that person even deeper in a shell, hello. Y'all need to wake up, people. I told my kids, I don't care who it is. Whether it's, at the time, my mom and father were still living. I don't care if it's my mama. I don't care if it's my daddy. I don't care if it's my brothers. And I got 5 of them. I don't care if it's my sister. I don't care who it is. If you feel that they touched you inappropriately, you better tell me. And I ain't saying don't investigate, but you need to realize, things, our kids are growing up. Our kids are developing more, especially our little girls. We got our little girls 9 years old and they have breasts. You know what I'm saying? You got kids 10, 11 years old and they got the little shape. Don't you know people's minds are crazy? People's minds are sick. And they're not looking, sometimes these people that are so crazy, they're not even looking at the fact that this is a little girl who could be your daughter, granddaughter, whatever the case. All you know is that, oh, she's cute. Oh, he's handsome. Because women are just as bad as men out here. And then men mess with little boys too. So don't get it twisted, y'all. Don't think you just gotta protect your little girl. No, you gotta protect your girl and your boy. You got to. And don't tell your child that they're a liar. Don't tell your child that just because it's a family member, That's going to make that child feel like he don't have nobody. And it should not have to be that way. It should never be that way, that that child feel that they can't count on their own parent. Females, single females, let me tell you something. Don't have all these Tom, Dick, and Harrys around your kids. Don't do it. Do not have these men. Ain't nobody their damn uncle. Because if you lean in, if uncle in the bed with you, guess what? That's nasty then. Because it shouldn't have to be your uncle. No. Because sometimes these same boyfriends, these uncles, is the ones that be messing with your kids too. Get the education you need. Stop having all these boyfriends. If you know what? I ain't got no problem with you having these boyfriends. Just don't expose your children to them. People don't understand. The lifestyle that you have, you live, is the lifestyle your children copy. To a certain point, they do. If you are a woman, even a man, but it's more so women, because men tend to kind of hide their women and stuff like that. But when you are a woman and you got all these men around and you got all these men, sometimes for a little girl, they think that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, my mama did it. That'd be the thing. My mama did it. Really? For a boy, they think that's cool running through women. Because that's all they saw was Steve and Bob and Jerome and Bill. Really? Every 3 months, mommy got a new boyfriend? Really? No. Come on, people. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Look here. You're grown. I got no problem. Have all the boyfriends you want. But don't have your children subject to it. Your children should not be seeing different people in and out your house. Matter of fact, don't even have them come to your house. You want to know what my rule used to be? And to a certain degree, still is. My rule has been, when my kids were younger, definitely when they were younger, even the more now, because they're teenagers. People always think because your kids are teenagers, what you do don't affect them. That's a damn lie. Everything you do affect your kids. From when they're 2 to when they're 22, it affects them. It does. Yeah, it does. When you, as a parent, want to dip and dab, don't do it in your house. You want to know why I say? Let me tell you a story right quick. And I at work, so I'm going to hurry this up. My kids were elementary age at the time. And, I was at my apartment doing my thing. And so I met this guy or whatever. And so I was like, we talked on the phone. Every time I talk on the phone, I talk in my room, not around them, whatever. So one day we were talking and he was like, yeah, so can I come by? No, you can't. What? No, you can't come by my house. Why not? I said, because this is my children's house. What kind of stuff is that? What kind of stuff is that? I said, excuse me? This is where my kids lay their head. And you think I'm going to have any and everybody come up in here? Granted, I pay the bills. But this is where they lay their head. This is their house. Respect that. Don't get it twisted. If you got to get your rocks off, get your rocks off. But take it to the room and allow him to pee it. Something. But don't make your home the hotel. Don't do that. Some may agree, some may disagree. I don't give a shit, really. I'm only telling you things that I know. I'm only telling you things